Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. This week, the Minnesota Vikings head west to face the Los Angeles Chargers. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Vikings and Chargers, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Now back to the story from a few minutes ago. You're inside the best of the Morning X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
Jonathan, nudity gone bad. What happened with you?
Oh, okay. Look, I was at this girl's house one night. We decided, going to have a thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents were going. Once we get back about 9 o'clock from church. Well, it's about 7 o'clock, and we're just about to get into it, having a good time. And I just got her clothes off, and she'd already gotten mine off. Well, I was just about to lay down on the bed when her door downstairs slam.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you're both naked. You hear the door slam.
Yeah. So I sit here. I didn't have time to put my clothes on, so I jump behind the door. Her mom comes barreling up the stairs, opens the door. She just had time to put her shorts back on. She's standing there naked right in front of her mom. My clothes all crumpled up in the floor right in front of her, and she starts hollering, "Who's here? Who's here?"
Well, did she try to do the whole thing? I'm just getting in the shower, Mom.
Well, also my car is parked in the driveway.
Oh, that's
there's men's clothing
on the floor.
And you're behind the door, so she doesn't actually see you.
No, she does that. She's looking for me, just scanning the room, and is hollering at her, "Who's here? Who's here?"
And what'd she say?
Well, she couldn't say anything. She was frozen. Well, she kind of glanced over at me behind the door just for a quick second, and her mom caught her eye movement.
Oh.
And,
Oops.
And you're like, no!
Oh, yeah.
And she looked, and then, so she sees you?
Oh, yeah. She turns her head around the edge of the door.
Are you cupping? Are you cupping Elvis, or is he?
Oh, yeah.
Wood?
I'm just kind of huddled over, cupping it up.
No wood.
Oh, man.
There's no wood.
No, I meant the door. Was the door made out of wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was made out of wood.
And so what happened then?
Okay, well, she rolls her eyes back in her head, and she's like, "I can't believe this." Slams the door, goes back down, and I hear her mother call her father's name. "Call the cops."
Oh, boy.
Call the cops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy. And then what?
Yeah.
And then what?
Well, we both just kind of go ahead and gently put our clothes on, thinking, okay, we're about to get in some junk here. Well, come downstairs. I'd never met her father before.
That's a good time.
What a good opportunity.
Yeah, really. Well, this guy was like a 6'4" mountain man.
Oh, he's got the plaid shirt on and everything.
Yeah. See, I was just going to go ahead and go out the door, jump in my car, and, hightail it out of there.
Not that easy.
No. That old man told me to sit down, just, real deep voice, and kind of put his hand on my shoulder, so I didn't have much of an option but to sit there and wait for the cops to get there.
Oh, the cops did come.
Oh, yeah, the cops
Well, wait a
did
minute.
come.
What was the charge?
What's the charge?
Okay, look, this is the funny part. Look, there's nothing they could charge us with because she'd invited me over. She
Right.
invited me in. It was consensual sex.
Right.
Well, her parents were so, pissed off that they told the cops, "Look, he is not leaving here until you charge him with something."
You're kidding.
Talk to your
No.
daughter there, Dad.
Yeah, but why is the guy at fault?
That's what I'm saying. The daughter invited you over.
Well, look, they called down to headquarters, and there's a law on the books from something like the 1700s that stated you could not have sex before you're married. Believe it or not.
They pulled out one of those blue laws on you? One of those
yeah.
You are kidding me.
So they charge you?
Yeah, they charged me for fornication.
Fornication.
If you got to be charged with something, though, I mean...
At least that's on your books,
At least
yeah.
So now that's on your record?
Well, actually, no, we went to court. The judge was going to, the preliminary judge guy, he wanted me bad. I don't know what his deal was, but he wanted to think me bad.
Could have been a friend of the dad, maybe.
What town was this in where they arrested you for fornication?
Henry County, Stockbridge.
So you went to court.
There you
went
go.
to court, and what happened?
There's none of that going on.
What happened after court?
Okay, well, one of the clauses of the law was it stated that you had to have had sex. Well,
they don't know
with and it's in Stockbridge with a consenting relative.
Hey!
Well, what the deal was that we hadn't actually done the act yet. We were in the process. They called us before we had a chance to do anything, so they couldn't come up with any records to make it substantial.
Hey, did you catch the mom sneaking a peek?
Well, she called more than awful, I'm sure.
Unbelievable. What a nightmare for poor Jonathan.
Hey, Mary?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Well, it happened in college. It was a long time ago. I went to school in my hometown, went to college in my hometown. But my ex-boyfriend from high school was home for spring break, and I was out at a club, and I saw him, and we kind of like got drunk and started hooking up, and he drove me back to his house. He was home with his parents for spring break, and we went down in their basement, which was a finished basement, had a big pool table down there, and started messing around, and next thing you know, we're naked on the pool table going at it. And all of a sudden, the door opens upstairs, but we didn't notice, and down walks his dad.
Oh.
And it was so embarrassing because his dad had told one of my mother's friends that he thought I was like the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen, and that he wished he was younger and that kind of stuff.
So he probably stayed at the doorway and watched for a little while.
I don't know, but
just as the one ball was going into the side pocket.
Well, he was quiet, and I don't know, maybe he said, "Oh, excuse me," when I happened to look over, and he walked up the stairs, and then about 2 seconds later, I heard him come back to the door, and he said, "James." So he has to go upstairs and talk to his dad, and his dad's like, "Who's that girl? Who do you have down there?" It was dark. And
who was on the felt? You or him?
Me.
Yeah. See, but again, here, I can see how a father seeing the girlfriend naked, there may even be a vicarious thrill or a sense of pride. It's my son.
Yeah, you go, boy.
But, like, think about father catching daughter's boyfriend naked.
Not good.
That,
it's a complete different thing.
Different dynamic.
Completely different.
So go ahead. So what happened?
Well, he comes back downstairs, and he's like, "Oh my God, my dad wants to know who you are." I'm like, "You did not tell him." And he said, "No, I just told him you were some girl I picked up." I said, "But I am some girl you picked up." It was really embarrassing because his dad had walked out. I think his dad actually stood there and like watched us for a second, which was really sick.
Of course, that's what Jimmy's saying, the vicarious thrill.
Yeah, it was just gross, and I of course didn't drive myself there, so he's like, "We got to get out of here. I don't want my parents to like know what we're doing now. We're already in the middle. They've caught us. It's over."
Nice.
But okay, cool. So we got up, got dressed, and we snuck out of the house because his parents were in the kitchen.
There's got to be some uncomfortable sex on the pool table.
I can't remember very well, but
that was a long time ago.
Oh my God, it was like, God, how old am I now? It was like 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Well, usually the
Thank you for calling.
steamiest, like the most, or I should say, often the most erotic sex is the most uncomfortable.
On the pool table.
Is there anything more
Mary.
comfortable than just being on a bed? No.
You won't believe where this is headed. More after a quick break. This story isn't over. You're on the best of the Morning X on 99X.
Everyone knows the legend of D.B. Cooper, but what if I told you there's an even better story out there? One with multiple aircraft hijackings, prison escapes, and so many twists and turns. I'm talking about the hit podcast, American Skyjacker, which is now an action-packed documentary coming to theaters and streaming this fall. Find out more at www.americanskyjacker.com and listen to the bonus episode of the podcast on October 7th. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.